How you guys doing today? Welcome to another video. In today's video, we're going to be comparing the Legion Go 2 to the Xbox ROG Ally X. We're going to be taking a look at the design. We're going to be taking a look at specs. We're going to take a look at some performance. And at the end of this video, I'm going to give you guys my final impression on which one I prefer. So if that's something you guys were interested in, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's get right into this video. All right, so let's start with the design here. So you can see it's actually pretty similar in size when it comes to just how wide this is, but you notice there's a big difference between these two, and that is the massive screen size of the Legion Go 2 compared to the Xbox ROG Ally, and we'll get into specs here in a bit. But let's take a look at the thickness real quick, and you'll see when it comes to thickness, they are both pretty chunky, right? All right, so looking at the Legion Go 2 here, you have an 8.8-inch display here. You do have controllers here that detaches by pushing this button on the back. You can detach it like a Nintendo Switch controller, and then you can attach it back. This also does come with a kickstand too, so you can plop this up and you can definitely hold this up like this if you want to just detach the controller and use it to play in something they call the tablet mode. Up top, you have your power button, which also has a fingerprint scanner. You have upwards speakers, and then you have your fan. You have a USB here, volume rocker here. On the bottom, you have a USB on the bottom as well, and you have micro SD card and headphone jack here. And then you have 4 buttons up top here, 2 buttons here, and you have program buttons in the back here for this to where you can customize the button. It has a scroll wheel here. Now this has something called FPS mode to where you detach this controller and you can use it as a mouse to play FPS. A lot of people don't use that, including myself. And this also has a trackpad here. Looking at the Xbox ROG Ally, you do have 2 USB-C up top here. You have your volume rocker here, micro SD card, headphone jack, power button, and you have front facing speakers that are pretty loud. And you do have your Xbox button here. You do have 4 face button here, but again, you don't have the privilege as the 2 here like the Legion Go does. I do like the D-pad for the Xbox ROG Ally, and I also like the D-pad here as well, but this really feels comfortable in the hand to hold for a longer gaming session. Again, when I saw the unveiling of this, I was like, this device looks really ugly with this handle, but I do have to say it does feel more comfortable in the hand to hold for a long gaming session than the Legion Go. But I also do think that the Legion Go 2 feels really good in the hand as well. It definitely is an upgrade from the OG Legion Go 1 when it comes to just feeling more comfortable in the hands to hold as well. But as far as like comfort goes, I do think that the Xbox ROG Ally has it here. When it comes to design though, I do go with the Legion Go 2 because of this 8.8-inch massive OLED display. I mean, look at this, guys. You can see how much more immersive the game is on here compared to this, right? So again, when it comes to design, I do prefer the Legion Go 2 design over the Xbox ROG Ally. Now let's just go over specs real quick. Again, there's a lot of videos out there talking about the specs. I'm not going to spend a lot of time here. This has the Z2 Extreme chipset. It has 32 gig of RAM. It has a 75 mAh battery. It has an 8.8-inch OLED display with VRR, and it also does HDR as well. And yeah, that's the specs of this in a nutshell. This has a 7-inch display. This also does VRR as well. And to mention, this goes up to 1200p, where this goes up to 1080p as well when it comes to the screen size. This is rocking the Z2 Extreme AI chipset, and this one has 24 gig of RAM on here as well. It has an 80 WH battery in here as well. Again, for this, I have a 1 terabyte for the both of them SSD as well. So that's the specs in a nutshell. Don't want to bore you guys to death with that. All right, so let's get right into some performance with both of these, and I try to match this as equal as possible. Again, this is only able to get 800p here, but I have pretty much similar settings with this and that, except that is running at 720p. But again, I try to be fair here with the settings. As you see here, I pretty much have a medium preset going down, FSR off, and so forth. And over here, we'll just get to the settings as well. You'll see 720p, but pretty much everything else is the same. And you can see here pretty similar with a medium preset as well. All right, so going right into this, again, I took frame generation off here and I'm pretty much mashing the settings. As you'll see here, I am getting 3740 FPS here. Again, this is running at 800p, frame generation off with a medium graphical setting preset. And again, I wish there was a way to go toe to toe with the Asus, with the Xbox ROG Ally. But as you can see here, frame generation is off here as well, and I have a medium preset, and I am getting 44 FPS, and it varies 45 here. Again, remember that this is at 720p, not 800. So again, you are getting a little bit more frame rate with this. But when it comes to performance, I would say they are pretty similar. Again, they both have the same chipset, but again, the difference is that this does have 32 gig of RAM compared to 24 here. But again, this has a bigger display and this has a small display. So I feel like the frame rate is going to take a little hit trying to project to a bigger screen with that 8.8 inch. But again, around 47, 46. Remember, this is 720p here as well. And this is around 39, sometimes hitting 40 FPS. So again, I wish there was a way to get it to 720p so we can just go bar for bar, but that's not the case here. But they are very playable still, and as you can see here, they both look really good as well. All right, so my overall verdict, which one do I think is better? Personally speaking, I do like the Legion Go 2 better, and some of you guys might say, oh, this is a Legion Go 2 channel, so he's going to definitely pick the Legion Go 2. But honestly speaking, I'm a handheld enthusiast. I have a Switch 2, I have a Steam Deck OLED, and I actually have the OG ROG Ally X, and I love that device. My thing personally is when it comes to the price tag of these devices, I do feel like Asus and Microsoft played it safe with the Xbox ROG Ally X, because again, they are using pretty similar specs from the OG ROG Ally X. Again, you have the same screen display, same battery size, same RAM size. The only thing different is the ergonomics, the way that this device feels, and also the Z2 Extreme chip. But apart from that, like, they were using the same parts from the ROG Ally X. As far as the Legion Go OG compared to this, there's a lot of improvement here. Again, we have an OLED display now. We have VRR on the OLED display, and we have HDR on the OLED display. We have a bigger battery with 75 WAH battery. We have more RAM from 16 to 32. So I feel like everything has been upgraded here. Again, new controllers to make it feel more comfortable. Yes, it is $350 more than the Xbox ROG Ally, but I do feel like the price is justified with just the significant upgrade that they are giving us with this device compared to the last year model of what we're getting. So personally speaking too, I don't know what Asus and Microsoft was thinking with putting a 7-inch display on this device right here. Having this massive 8.8-inch display is very immersive. It's actually hard for me to go back and play this after I've experienced a game here. I mean, you just look at this screen and it's absolutely gorgeous, right? And then you go back to something this small. With the Legion Go 2, you're just so immersed because how big the screen is compared to the Xbox ROG Ally X. I mean, the screen is so tiny and you just are not as immersed in the game as you are with the Legion Go 2. So yes, this is more expensive, $350 more expensive than this, but for what you get, I do think that this is a more premium. I mean, we're paying $1,000, which I feel like is a premium price tag, and I do feel like Lenovo did a better job just beefing up the tech and the spec for this device compared to Asus and Microsoft playing it safe and still offering a hefty price tag for this, right? So this, I feel like, is a true leap in upgrade compared to what you're getting here. And for that reason, I do think that this is the better choice for me. Again, the screen, when I play games on the screen, it's hard for me to go back and play games on the Xbox ROG Ally. There's just something special about the screen. It's beautiful, it's brilliant, and it's a game changer. OLED display with the Z2 Extreme chip with 32 gig of RAM is pretty impressive, and that's why I think the Legion Go 2 is the clear winner here. Alright fellas, let me know what are your thoughts in the comments below. Do you guys own these devices? Which one are you guys thinking about getting? Did this comparison help you guys make that decision? Alright fellas, appreciate you guys. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Until next time, peace out.